Alright, this is Algebraic Reasoning Review 1.6 to 1.9, numbers 18 through, really just going to go to the end, 25. A local company is making computer parts. A local company making computer parts has discovered that its revenue follows the equation negative 3x squared plus 90x squared, where that's, wow, I'm just going to write this right here. Gotta fix that. Where x is the number of units made in a month, and y is the expected profit. So let me go ahead and label this. X is the number of units, so this is number of units made. Y is the expected profit. I'll just label my y and my x so I know what everything is. A graph for the situation is given below. Use it to answer the following questions. So we got a graph. It's a cubic graph, which I really haven't talked about that too much, what a graph of a cubic is, but that's what this is. It's a cubic function. What is the domain of a function? Well, the domain of a function, unless it's got places where it goes crazy, is all real numbers. What is a reasonable domain for the function? Okay, reasonable domain. Alright, so x is the number of units made. So a reasonable domain goes from, can you make a negative number of units? No. So a reasonable domain starts here at 0. And you would say that you could make an infinite, you can go to the right, I can make 30, I can make 40, I can make 50, I can make an infinite, but can you go to infinity? No. And actually, based upon this, if your profit drops below 0, you're a fool. So we're going to stop it right there as a reasonable domain, because we want to keep our profits positive. All right? So a reasonable domain is from 0 to 30. Well, yes, you can make more than 30 units. There has to be a stopping point somewhere, because you cannot make an infinite number of units. It just doesn't happen. So if that's our domain, the range of the function. The range of the function, not the situation, the function. Well, it goes up forever and it goes down forever. So it's everywhere. Again, all real numbers. What is a reasonable range? Well, if this is our reasonable domain, our reasonable range, well, the lowest point within that red line I drew is 0. The highest point is 12,000 right there. What is a reasonable range for the situation? Well, 0, that's the least amount of profit you can make, to $12,000. That's the highest profit you can make. Let's get rid of the comma, because 12,000. I don't want to confuse it with the other one. Okay. Where is a local minimum? Remember, local minimum is just where it turns around. It's like a minimum for the parabola, but yes, it keeps on going forever, but this is our local minimum right here at 0, 0. Where is the local maximum? Where does it turn around and go the other way? Well, the graph goes up and turns around right there. So the local maximum is at 12,000. Okay. I'm going to pause and scoot down real quick. Alright, 24, what does the domain represent in this situation? Okay, if you look back on your x-axis, you remember you labeled your domain, your x values, domain is x, as the number of units made. Well, so domain represents the number of units you make. Okay, what does the range represent? Okay, so range is your y values, and we labeled that y-axis as the expected profit, right? So range represents the expected profit. Last but not least, your boss looks at the graphs and decides they should make 40 units. Says, hey, 40 units is a good idea. Do you think this is a good idea? Why or why not? Well, remember, your graph did something like this. Look up above, and I'm just going to draw it real quick. It kind of goes like this, right? Where that is at 0, 0. This is at, I think, 20, 12,000. And this is at 30, 0. Well, 40 is over here, so it's somewhere in the negative realm. So the answer is no. This is a bad idea. Why or why not? Because BCAUSE 40 units would WOULD result in a negative profit. Which you don't have to say negative profit, but basically the idea is it's resulting in losing money. That's a bad business decision. If that's your business model, is to lose money, it's time that you quit and go find a different business. All right, there you go.